Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Jason Mingledorff on the Mishaps.
This new band that I'm in, we rehearsing every week. We play old New Orleans rock and roll. And it's funny, I was thinking about those early days at the Old Point Bar, because we're playing every week and we're just trying to get an audience going, and we're just having fun, and it's like maybe we might not be a lot of people there, but the people that are there are really enjoying it and we're having fun. And it made me think about those old Papa Grows Funk days, and like it can grow. But a lot of the bands that, I guess it's a mix of, you come prepared, you learn the tunes and stuff, but then you respect each other and you play the gig. I don't come into a rock gig wanting to play jazz stuff, and
right.
uh, and just see where it's at. The cool thing about New Orleans, especially, and I don't know about other places, but in New Orleans, all those bands that I've mentioned, all the people in the bands play all kinds of music. So you can kind of go anywhere. Like this band, my new band, which I haven't really mentioned, I have this new band called the Mishaps. And it's basically a new version of the King James and the Specialmen, which was a popular band at the Saturn Bar. And all those guys play a lot of traditional jazz gigs. They play rock gigs. But this is a particular type of gig. And the cool thing I like about it is everyone in the band really gets it. They want to play that. So none of my solos are over notey and jazzy. They're just raw. And they like that. Some songs I won't even solo, because why? So we don't need a sax solo all the time. And the horns, we might just play the same exact thing, unison, because it just rocks.
It sounds good.
It's fun, but it would not work the way it works if everyone didn't have the same concept. The same with Papa Grows Funk. We all listen to a lot of the same music, funk, pop, all kinds of things, and we put it into the music. We kind of knew what each other were thinking. That's a long answer.
The Mishaps are playing the Saturn Bar.
Yeah, the Saturn every Wednesday. Yeah.
And now you said it was older New Orleans rock and roll, so it's all covers, or is it original?
Right now it's all covers. We're just, a lot of it we're picking old like Ernie Cato, Fats Domino, Jesse Hill, a lot of stuff that's not commonly played, but we all are doing some. We're starting to do some things that people would recognize more. We're all singing
all the old minute stuff, like you're digging into that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Dave Bartholomew, and I'm singing. We're all singing too, so that's really fun. So I'm singing I'm singing an Alvin Shine Robinson tune, and Jesse Hill tune, and a Professor Longhair tune. We're all.
What are you doing? Oom Poo Doo?
I'm doing the song "Sweet Jelly Roll." You know that song? Yeah. What's that? We're doing Art Neville. I'm gonna put some hurt on. I'm put a hurt on you, and let me hold your hand. And we're just having a blast.
That's fantastic. One of the things that I loved the first time that I discovered in New Orleans when I first went for Jazz Fest in the 90s was all that old rock and roll. I bought a CD of it. And I was like, well, I knew some of the songs because other artists had covered them, but it opened up this whole door to me that I never realized.
Yeah.
Fats Domino was the king of the universe. He was rock and roll at one point, and people these days probably are like Fats Hill.
Yeah. It's crazy, because if you hear any older musicians like of generations before, and they think about rock and roll, they talk about Fats Domino. When I came to New Orleans, they kind of always market New Orleans as like birthplace of jazz and Dixieland. So Louis Armstrong and stuff. So, but when I came to New Orleans, I didn't realize that like everyone was playing this music from the 50s that was created in New Orleans. And it was a huge part of the sound. And then of course there's the meters and the funk stuff after that. But to me, I've always people ask, well, who was the successor to Louis Armstrong? And they might be thinking trumpet player or whatever. But to me, the successor of Louis Armstrong was Fast Domino.
Mhm.
In fact, he played a lot of the same songs. He recorded a lot of old jazz tunes, but he did it kind of in a rockin' way. And to me, he's one of the biggest artists in the world, you know, and playing his music is so much fun. Oh my gosh. I never get tired. I never get tired of it. And it never ceases to make me smile, you know. And the bands that have that, like Papa Grows Funk, for instance, we would go in, we would play some Fast Domino tunes. John has that in his history, you know, he knows, and we all get it and love that. Whereas a funk band from maybe somewhere else might not have that in their thing, and so they don't draw from that. But we draw because that stuff was funky, you know. I mean, that's Earl Palmer playing on a lot of that stuff. Lee Allen playing, you know, that's.
Do you guys do Peanut Man? Speaking of Lee Allen,
Peanut Vendor.
Peanut Vendor.
That's we don't do that one, but that's I think that in that
Red Tyler.
Red Tyler. I love that one.
Yes, it's a fun song.
Man, you know, I have a funny story about that song. You know, I used to play with Dr. John.
Oh wow!
And we did a concert in Brooklyn at the BAM. It was a tribute to Louis Armstrong, and we did that song when our guest artist was Arturo Sandoval. He's a real famous Cuban trumpet player. And so but you know, Cubans are they're very specific about the group with good reason. You know, like if I was playing New Orleans music with somebody, they weren't playing the proper second line. I'm like, we cannot continue until this is fixed. You might as well not even do it. So he was very specific, and we were kind of playing this kind of bastardized New Orleans version of a Cuban groove over this Peanut Vendor, because that's what we're used to. And he stopped the whole band. He went to the drummer, the percussionist, and played what he should play. He went and sang the part to the drummer. He sang our part. He sang the guitar part. And then he asked Max to scoot over so he could play the piano part. Like he went to every person and because like, this is how it's supposed to go. And Mac just kind of laughed. I think he realized, oh, wait, maybe I'm pushing too far. And Max, no, we're all learning. You know, this is good, you know.
Right.
And then we got the concert. We just still played it the way we always played it.
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.